Guatemalan food is the best. That's the only thing I can say. First thing you know, Guatemalan, everything you eat will either have tortillas or tamalitos. Tortillas, they eat those everywhere in Guatemala. They're just little corn tortillas about that size. They're a little thicker. They're not like flexible like we think of here. They're kind of a little more like crispy in a way. So you'll eat those everywhere in Guatemala. But to the Quetzaltenango mission, they have tamalitos, which is the same dough as a tortilla, but instead of they make them like this, they slap them out and they throw them on a little thing and they kind of fry them and they flip them. But tamalito, they make a little like, it's not a ball, it's a little thing about that size, the same thick, and they'll wrap it in a corn leaf and they'll steam them. And then you eat that with your food. Everything has tortillas or tamalitos. Everything. You're gonna eat those for 2 years. I mean, they're always going to be there. Everything you eat has tortillas or tamalitos. But the food, rice and corn are the main things. But it's so good. When I got my mission call, I'm like, oh, I'm eating Mexican food. Not even close to Mexican food. It's totally different. Everything pretty much has chicken. It's got chicken. Everything's got the main meat is chicken. It's not a ton of meat, but it's got chicken. Some of the main foods, for example, pepian. It's rice and chicken covered with this sauce. It's like reddish brown. It's very hard to describe. I've tried to describe it before, but I don't know what to describe it as. It's super unique. It's got a super unique flavor. It's really good. It's a little bit of an acquired taste, but once you come to love it, I would do anything to go back and eat some of that. And Wewe ate a lot of hocon, which is the same concept except it's a different sauce. It's green and it's runnier. And it's kind of like gooey too. There's kakik, which is a redder sauce and it's hotter. Everything's kind of chicken, rice, and sauce. Those are kind of like the traditional dishes. You'll eat a lot of caldo, which is like a stew. It's like a bunch of vegetables chopped up and thrown together in this soup and the meat isn't like chunks of meat like we think of here. It's meat still on the bone. Like you eat everything around the meat and then you kind of eat the meat off the bone. It's a big chunk of meat. That's the only meat in it. They have vegetables that we don't have here. One is called huisquil. It's kind of flavorless. It doesn't really have a flavor. It's not a bad flavor. It just doesn't really have a flavor. It kind of acquires the flavor of whatever it's cooked with. Or chilacayote, which is definitely an acquired taste. It takes a while to get to acquire that taste. But that one's not as common as huisquil. They drink a lot of coffee as well. The members won't drink coffee though. They drink something called morcaf or atol. Everyone drinks atol, but instead of coffee, the members will drink morcaf, which is they're like grains that are toasted and then ground up, and they're used. They make it the same way they make coffee. But that stuff is I love it. Acquired taste as well, but it's really good. It looks like coffee. It's a browner. They put sugar in it. It tastes really good though. Atol is like a thicker drink. Like they make it out of rice, they make it out of corn. They have some packaged ones every once in a while, but it's thicker. Like you kind of drink it and you chew it at the same time. It fills you up. It's meant to fill you up. Like a lot of people that's what they'll have for breakfast is just a cup of atol, which they make it out of so many different things. There's not really a way to kind of put a finger on what it tastes like because they all kind of taste differently. But it's not a super sweet. It's kind of a more like heartier flavor. But it's really good as well. I just love Guatemalan food. I mean, very rarely did I ever eat anything I didn't like. I ate things that were different. I mean, I ate squirrel, I ate dove, chicken intestine, chicken heart, cow tongue, cow intestine, cow cheek, cow stomach, cow foot, pig skin. There's something called criaria, which is raw bull testicle. That was a weird one. They don't eat that very often. I wouldn't recommend that one as much. That one wasn't very good, to be honest. But I tried it. I had to try it. It was something new, and I had to try it. But would not recommend that one as much. But for the most part, you eat chicken and beef every once in a while, and pork.